Welcome to News 6 tonight. Glad to have you with us. We were just talking about a little-known rule at Disney that I heard on social media.
I love this rule.
When a little kid hugs the characters, the rule that the characters have, and I have no idea if this is true, but I
so
love
let's say it.
so we're leading this show with it. When you hug the character, they don't let go until the kid lets go first. And they say that's the way the parents should be. So tonight, we're going to hug you, and we're not letting go until you let go first, here on News 6 tonight.
I feel like you're violating some people right now if that's the case. I don't know.
Way to make a sweet thing.
Permission to hug you all tonight is what I want to ask for. Thank you if it's granted.
Oh, jeez. Okay, just go ahead with the first stories that you ruined my whole shtick off the top.
Well, okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I just follow the rules, man. But it's a sweet rule.
Yeah.
If true, I like it a lot. I'm going to hug the character as an adult and see what happens and not let go.
I think you're
I'm probably going to be hauled off. Yeah. Anyway, all right, a space mystery solved. Thank goodness, because very often we have so many questions about stories like this, and we never get a lot of what actually happened. Mm-hmm. And this was one we didn't know if we were going to get a lot of answers because it was about someone's health. Remember about a month ago when Crew-11 had to cut their mission short from the International Space Station? We knew it had to be a big deal because NASA, in the history of the space program, has never had to bring a crew early home from the International Space Station. And this time they said they did, about a month early. The crew would have just been getting back about a week ago or so. They brought them back home a month early, Crew-11. And we had no idea. They said it was some sort of medical issue. They did not say emergency, medical issue. They were very clear on how they worded it. Medical issue with one of the 4 crew members. So, of course, now we're all like, what crew member? Who was it? What was the issue? We now know that it was Mike Fink because he let us know. He answered the question. He said that it was him. Something happened on board the ISS, and he says he is thankful for the crew on the ISS that they gave him great attention and realized that he needed advanced imaging for something that was going on. He still hasn't told us the actual issue, which we don't need to know. That's none of our business.
And we want to know.
We want
to know. We're
but it's really none of our business. Yeah. So he had to come back to Earth to get some advanced imaging to figure out what is actually wrong with him. And this is a veteran of the space program. He's got more than close to 400 hours in space and 9 spacewalks under his belt. So when they had to cancel a spacewalk he was scheduled to do the very next day, that's when we knew something was up. But this is what he had to say when they got back to Earth.
I'm very proud of the space station that we built and what humans can do. But how we handled everything all the way through nominal operations to this unforeseen operations really bodes well for future exploration. We're a well-honed machine here at the Johnson Space Center and around the world. So when we're getting ready for Artemis, I am very optimistic.
And he also said that he has been doing very well since his return. That was the return announcement. So it looked like he was doing okay then.
He looks good.
Yeah, exactly. But there was something else that was happening that we were not privy to. And again, just to reiterate, he has 382 days in space and 9 spacewalks under his belt. He flew during the shuttle era and now during the Artemis era. But we're just happy that he's back home safe and sound. And he's looking forward to what's going to happen with Artemis.
I feel like he eventually had to come out and say, hey, this was me, because otherwise there were 3 other astronauts, and you know, as they look for future employment and other things, people and their families want to know. I would think you'd have to say, you know, hey.
No, I think astronauts are a different breed. They don't care what you think.
He clearly did care enough to come out and say it.
Well, he probably wanted to satisfy, because there are a lot of people who are curious and interested in the space program and want to know who it was.
It's not like a news anchor where if we have a weird health condition, they're not going to put us on TV. Unless it's maybe, you know, something that makes us scream out curse words or something. But, but like these people have to be in tip-top shape and they check their health out. So it could impact, you know, their future. I thought he handled it well today.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm glad that that he is going to be okay and that we now have at least some answers.
Me too. So let's talk about Facebook Marketplace. Are you a Facebook Marketplace person?
I think you know I'm not.
You're not?
I mean,
No.
I will look at things, but I would never consider like getting something off of Facebook
I find
Marketplace.
it fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
Oh, I've seen you look at some
DJ,
things.
you ever go on the Facebook Marketplace?
Oh boy.
Pop
To
yourself.
look, but I'm not. I don't know if I think I'm out with Ginger on this. I'm
Yeah.
not getting
Okay.
involved in there.
I actually wanted to start a segment at News 6, like weird things that you find on Facebook Marketplace, because I like cruise. I'll find a submarine on there.
Did you pitch this?
Like, oh, no, I didn't. I knew they would hate
Don't.
it. I didn't want to get instantly fired. But there's the weirdest stuff on there, and it's interesting, and I have gotten some good deals on there. I bought a tennis machine for my daughter.
I remember this.
My daughter she's a tennis player. She's 10 years old, and she's an aspiring tennis player. And so I wanted to get her this machine. They're like, $900. I'm like, come on now, that's crazy. But I found a lady who barely used one in the Villages, and it was way less than half that we ended up paying, and it was full of tennis balls, which you'd also have to buy. So,
oh wow!
We got a great deal, and we use that thing all the time. Anyway, long story short, people do this stuff and it can be dangerous, okay? You can go out there to meet somebody, and especially if it's a high ticket item, you've got hundreds or thousands of dollars in cash on you, or some product that they want to steal.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in Winter Springs. Police say the surveillance video that they have shows what was going on in this transaction where these kids came. It was a PlayStation 5. They grab it and just run, and then that person hanging on to the car right there is the person who's
He's
the
hanging
seller.
on to his money.
Yeah, he's trying to hang on to his PlayStation 5. And so he runs after him, and they take off and drag him in the car and everything else. Anyway, they ended up finding the people. We had our community correspondent, Tylisa Hampton, on the case here. Let's toss it to her.
Last Tuesday, during a Facebook Marketplace sale, 3 people met a seller in the parking lot of a Publix to buy a PlayStation 5 for $800. But instead of paying, they tried to speed away with it. In a desperate attempt, the seller runs after the car and hangs on the passenger side, getting dragged hundreds of feet and pepper sprayed. Then he is pushed out before the car runs a red light.
Do you suggest going for it?
Absolutely not. Just be a good witness. Identify as much characteristics as you can.
Police found the car in a Popka, and with it, the PS5 and pepper spray were still inside, arresting all 3 suspects. Instead of going to public parking lots, Winter Springs Police Department, they suggest coming to a police station just like theirs, where you can see signs like that to make safe exchanges.
If it's not during the day where they make these exchanges, even if it's here, how can they be kept safe?
Do these transactions in a safe place, well-lit areas, well-traveled areas. If an individual does not want to do those dealings in those types of areas, you may want to reconsider doing business with that individual.
Just be careful.
Pretty easy to do. The police stations, most of them have those spots now. Even if you did it in a well-traveled parking lot with lots of people around, like a Publix parking lot or something. I think
just know a $5 lamp is not worth your life in some shady parking lot. It's
I don't
just
think
not.
you have to worry about it as much for a lamp, but a PlayStation 5. People sell cars and motorcycles
a lot
on
of
there.
things.
Boats.
What's the weirdest thing you found on there? Because you peruse quite a bit.
I'm trying to think. I found like cars.
Was there a fire truck or something that you could convert into a?
There was some sort of tank that I saw one time. I'm like, how did you get this, and why are you selling it?
Do police stations? I don't know if you guys already mentioned this. Do police stations here have like the safety spots?
Yes,
they do.
Yeah, in fact, Winter Springs, where that took place, they had a little spot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was gonna say that's a big.
That's where you should always carry out those transactions.
Nobody's going to come with shady expectations.
No, because there's backup right there at the police station. So that's a good thing. Okay, this story has been developing and going on since 2004. If you think
the eye for eye sword,
it is not, but we're talking about Versailles. It is the largest, when it's completed, if it's ever finished, it will be the largest single-family home in the entire country. And there's a picture of it right there. And it's now involved in some kind of lawsuit. The contractor says that it is owed some $300,000 of a $9.2 million contract to make improvements to the property. Again, this thing was being built since 2004. But as of last summer, the company says it was shorted by nearly $300,000. The lawsuit claims that the contractor has now filed a construction lien against the property. And under that lien, they're trying to push for foreclosure. Now, it's owned by Westgate Resorts founder, the late David Siegel. He died last year, but his widow, Jackie Siegel, is still very much alive. But I want to tell you about, they even did a Broadway play on this thing. I think Kristen Chenoweth or Kristen Bell, one of the Kristens was.
I think it was Kristen Chenoweth. I think she was
the lead. So this home is 90,000 square feet. 90,000 square feet, stretched over 10 acres, right? So it is, I'm trying to say, 14 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms.
In case you need to go to the bathroom.
Multiple kitchens, 5 or more in the description. A 150-person ballroom or event area.
I was just looking this up.
A 35-car garage, and also, just as a little capper on it, a British-style pub.
Yeah.
It's got a wine cellar. I mean, I could go on and on. Roller skating rink, bowling alley. I feel like I'm describing part of the White House here. But it is such a crazy house, and it's world famous. They've done documentaries on it, and of course I mentioned that Broadway play.
You see those windows there? That is a now banned Brazilian mahogany.
Oh, wow.
Which goes for the doors and the windows. That bought in 2001. Just the doors and windows cost $4 million.
Look at that from the sky. It's, if I remember correctly, one of the closets, I think her master closet, is larger than my actual home. No, I'm not joking.
You're
it's like
absolutely
it's a two-story
right, yes.
closet, and it's larger than the house I have everything I own in. But
So the lawsuit attached, it doesn't, I mean, this is like $100 million property or something like that.
It's
but the
ridiculous.
lawsuit is significantly less, like
less than that. Yeah. But I mean, if you're a contractor working on it, you certainly do want to get what you're owed. And the whole thing is worth $9.2 million. That's a good chunk of change for a contractor. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's ever going to get done. And it won't be as interesting if it is ever finished.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then what will people talk about?
You're right. I know.
What will people talk? It's
Somebody's
more
just gonna have to
interesting that it's
sell
unfinished.
That thing one day. Who's going to be able to buy that?
I don't
monster?
know. I don't know. But
It's
it's
kind of like
crazy.
the modern day Biltmore if they could ever finish it. You know?
Have you been in the Biltmore?
I have been in the Biltmore.
Oh, so I did it this past
It's
Christmas.
ridiculous. It's
But
totally
lovely.
ridiculous.
But lovely.
very cool
Yeah.
to go. Insanely overpriced, but just going to throw that out there. It was like $70, $80 to get it. I'm like, to walk through this house?
And not live there?
I used to be able to go to Disney for this. It was like 20 years ago. All right, anyway, let's talk about another great story we have tonight. Orlando fire personnel reunited with a guy. This guy it's amazing he is alive. So he was trimming trees and he accidentally hit a power line and it gave him 4th, and until today, I did not know 5th degree burns.
I didn't
were
know
a
4th
thing.
were possible.
So let's show you pictures. I just do want to say,
yeah.
if you're a little queasy.
If you're sensitive, then that's him.
It basically melted this gentleman's skin. This is Matt Manzari, and in 2014, he was trimming trees at a church in College Park when he hit that power line, and he says it was just like set him on fire. So he suffered those burns and wounds throughout his whole body. Well, today he got reunited with the emergency crews who saved his life, got him to the hospital
incredible.
in time to where he was safe. So let's listen to what Matt had to say.
I was in a big commercial bucket. It popped the tires in the bucket. It fried the computer. It ran through my arms and my chest here. And I had 4th and 5th degree burns all over my upper body. I was the first 4th and 5th degree burn survivor at ORMC. And I've had 80 surgeries in the last 11 years. And I actually had somebody connect me with these guys and said, hey, we don't really do this, but most of those guys probably don't even know if you're alive. And would you do a patient reunion? So today, I got to go and thank all the people that helped save my life, which was really, really special.
Yeah, you can hear him getting choked up. And so that was 11 years. You could see a lot of those children that are in the pictures and that were behind him in that interview are not 11 years old.
Yeah.
So it seems like a whole family was changed by their heroic efforts. OFD says the
100%.
reunion allowed those firefighters who responded to the call to find some closure, and it gave Matt a chance to thank them after all these years.
You know, they respond to so many things on any given day and terrible situations, and sometimes they never know what happened to a person. And in something like that, I would imagine you don't forget that you saw a guy like nearly his skin melted off of his body. You don't
And you
forget
wonder
something like
after
that.
you send him away to the hospital.
But then you move on to the next emergency because there is a next emergency. So thank goodness for our first responders.
I'm glad this happened. They got the update. We also got the update because we covered that all these years ago.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
We're going to take a quick break, and we've got a bunch of great shows. We got
Wow.
Well, we're creating new shows here on News 6 tonight. I'm sorry. Ginger will take over the rest of the show so I don't screw this up. Dolly Parton, 925 flight. Sold out in mere minutes. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Matt's not speaking for the rest of the show.
I'm done for the day.
But this story makes me so happy. You know how I love teachers and I love kids and schools and things like that. Well, this next story just proves that kindness is what we need more of in the world. And when you can teach the little ones to be kind, not just to one another, but to adults too, it just makes your heart feel really good. You can tell I'm really into this story.
I know, it's
right?
a great story. It is.
It is a great story. So we sent our Alex Cook to DeBerry, at DeBerry Elementary School, to talk about how these kids use some Post-it notes to spread that good feeling.
I am happy.
Sophia Campbell says she was feeling down at school.
I feel like I'm not that smart sometimes.
Luckily, in Miss Miller's class, kindness is kind of their thing.
The Kindness Squad is all about spreading kindness around the world.
And with one of their own in need, the Kindness Squad stepped up. Sophia's classmates covered her desk and chair with dozens of colorful Post-it notes, where they each wrote encouraging messages.
Beautiful, smart, amazing.
Joanne Miller's been leading the Kindness Squad for years. She never expected her video to go viral, but she's thrilled to see kindness catching on.
Kindness spreads kindness, and you know, the world needs kind people, and together we can do anything.
She says her students learn showing kindness can feel just as good as receiving it, and they plan to keep it up as soon as the camera crews clear out.
We have so many people coming here. We didn't really learn today.
Well, you know, that's the side effect of fame sometimes. In DeBerry, Alex Cook, News 6.
Come on, get these kids out on the street.
That's good.
And spread that good news everywhere. We don't get to do stories like this enough, and whenever we can put it into a show and let you see that what it does to these kids. You know, sometimes I don't feel smart, and you get a little sticky note. Oh my gosh, we so need that. I love that. I love that. So
Stuff
good.
gets lost. And Ginger just passed me a note. I would like to show it if we could pull this up, DJ. It says, "You are nice." First time she's ever said that to me, guys. So that story was inspiring. Do you remember Ginger when she first got? We've been together a long time here on the news, and she first got an Apple Watch, and we were at the desk, and I sent her a little message. What was it? Do you remember?
Your watch is stupid.
It popped up, and she was like all excited to read her text messages on there, and it said, "Your watch is stupid."
And then a couple of years later, who's wearing an Apple Watch?
Know,
You got
and
one.
then I started wearing them too.
Okay, anywho.
You were ahead of the times. All right, let's talk about this Dolly Parton themed Allegiant flight. We were talking about this yesterday. And they put it, apparently you can't get tickets to this thing. People were so
it's sold out.
Branding is everything. So let's talk about what this is. This is a flight from Sanford Orlando Airport up to Knoxville. Normally you'd pay, I don't know, $300. This is Allegiant, so a couple $100 for this flight.
$200. That's my highest bid.
That's the most I would spend. So apparently it got up to a grand
Oh my God.
one way.
Wow. What?
It wasn't just a flight.
Okay.
It featured themed activities, specialty cocktails, exclusive swag, all to celebrate the singer's connection to the Smoky Mountains region. Of course, it was Allegiant Flight 925, and you're going to have a 925 to afford this thing.
Have you ever heard the song 9 to 5? Because you didn't sound like you ever heard it.
Is that not how you sing it? You do better.
9 to 5. Da, 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 da. Well, that's all we can do.
Yeah, that sounded way different. Okay. This isn't karaoke night. I don't know what's happening. But anyway.
She's beloved. Dolly Parton is beloved.
She is one of the most beloved celebrities, I think, by most people.
My goddaughter gets a free library book or a free book once a month because you sign up for a program and they get a new book shipped to them every month.
Have you ever, sometimes on my YouTube feed, it'll pop up like an old David Letterman interview with Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah.
And she is just the cutest, most adorable thing
She's
you've
pretty
ever
saucy,
seen.
too.
But she kind of comes off as country and hillbilly.
Yeah.
Very smart. Incredible songwriter. Maybe the greatest ever.
Oh, she wrote that Whitney Houston song that I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You is her song.
Every time it plays, she makes bank.
Yeah,
So
she did it. She sang it initially incredibly well, and
Yeah.
then Whitney Houston did it, and it became one of the most highest-grossing songs of all time.
But
so.
Dolly is
for
the
Dolly.
one who's benefiting from that song every
She's
single
great.
time.
Dolly is almost as cool as DJ. You'll get to see him after the break when we're talking about pub subs. One of the things we love talking about.
Yeah, we
on the
do.
show.
We'll be right back.
Whether you love them or you hate them, everyone is talking about the pub sub. And it's because of this post right here, people on the New Six Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram are all weighing in. Yeah, you may recognize the guy. That's Bert Kreischer. He was in town earlier this month. We got a chance to talk to him, and he had a pretty useful tip.
I think 6 inches is better the next day, personally. Eat the 6 when you get it, and then let the other rest. Let it marinate. Let the bread get a little soft. Hold on, you gotta flip it upside down if you're gonna let it sit in the fridge for the night so that the big piece of bread it's the truth. Listen, I'm not a rookie at this.
Based on a lot of the comments, it seems a lot of you are already well aware of Bert's little strategy. From Facebook, Christina says he ain't wrong, you have to flip it over. From Instagram, a man who understands the true essence of the pub sub. And how about this comment? New Six has the best interviews. Facts. 10 out of 10. So I need to know, what is the definitive pub sub order and how much time do you need to let it sit? I'm guessing it's probably somewhere between 6 or 7 hours.
I see what you did
What are you
there.
doing
He
with
did
that,
6.
DJ?
Like, no,
am I
no,
doing?
DJ.
I'm
What's
getting the
wrong
kids
with you?
involved.
Oh.
It's a kid's show.
So you're new to Florida. Do you understand the fascination with the pub subs?
The
yet?
significance?
I've always known, I've been in and out of Florida. I've always known. But let me tell you,
Oh,
I
careful.
come from the land of 10,000 subs.
Calm down. Calm
Buffalo,
down.
everybody makes a sub there, and they're all excellent.
You got your
Publix,
wings.
We got everything. It's the food capital of the world.
Have you had the chicken tender sub?
Yes, a lot,
Oh.
and it can be hit or miss. I'm just gonna. Don't tell me
Weird.
it's a hit.
I
It
wanna
is not
hit
a
him
hit.
right now.
Yeah,
What?
it's
It's going to be a real hit.
DJ.
Which one do you get? Do you get?
The chicken tender
Yeah,
sub.
no, you get
That's
the
my
tendy, you
favorite.
get a little buffalo sauce
Yeah,
on there.
Yes,
they
it's
do a
so
hot
good.
honey one now. But listen,
Oh, that's
I'm
right, the hot honey.
I'm
Is
in
it a
on
peach? Is it peach or something?
So that's like a specialty one. I
Yeah.
know. Listen, I know a lot about it.
All right, he's acting like he doesn't like
He
it. He's
doesn't
only
know.
house like 4
He's
this
like,
week.
if only Publix would send us some subs so we could sample them.
Might have had one 2 days. Yeah, I probably eat 4 a week. Not kidding, but that's because of how easy. Like there's a Publix right behind me.
Yeah.
So it's super easy to get.
Everyone,
They are
They're
good.
building new homes with Publix.
You can. Here's the thing
It's
about
everywhere.
public subs that people don't understand. You can get them to put anything in the store in there.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Yeah.
They will like
They will-
leave.
they will go open
and
a
walk
package
around.
for you.
They're like, oh,
You want ramen noodles in your pub sub?
It's crazy. You can mess with this. I actually. This is not a popular opinion. I like their Philly cheesesteak.
Oh.
They make. It's not like a weird Philly cheesesteak from Philadelphia. What?
I don't know. I mean, there's.
Why are you leaving?
Is it good? I'd be nervous.
You have them get the good boar's head roast beef out and throw some onions and some mushrooms
Okay.
in there. Have them cook that thing up. It's solid. It takes probably 3 hours.
Have them cook
I'm
it.
not
But it's
straying
really
from my
good.
chicken tenders. I'm not straying.
It depends on what
there's
team
never
you got
any-
working,
there's-
too.
There's never anything left over either, so I don't get a
No,
chance
that
to store
mushy
it. and
bread
wait for-
thing Bert Kreischer's talking about is
Whatever.
insanity.
Be a man. Eat your whole sub.
I just gotta say, Wawa is the winner.
Wawa does make a good
yeah,
sub.
they do.
Unbelievable subs.
They do.
It's not
We
as good
talked
as
about that
Publix, so
before.
Have a great night. We could fight about this all evening. We'll see
Bye,
you tomorrow.
everybody.